Samsung has packed a ton of new features into the Galaxy Buds Pro, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 of those features, as well as a couple extras. And as always, I will have video time codes down in the description, so you guys can quickly jump around to find exactly what you're looking for. And if you guys appreciate video time codes, let me know by dropping a like down below. What's up guys, I'm Eric from Timecodes TV, and I dive deep to find you guys the coolest unknown and hidden features on all the latest tech products. If you guys want to see just how deep I dive, go ahead and check out my video on Samsung's best kept secret by clicking the link either at the end of this video or in the description down below. The first thing I want to point out is not one of the top 10 features, but it's something that I noticed right away when I took the Galaxy Buds Pro out of the box, and that is the build quality of the case for the Galaxy Buds Pro. It has been substantially improved over the Galaxy Buds Live and the Galaxy Buds Plus. The Galaxy Buds Plus and the Galaxy Buds Live, the case was just really creaky. Like, you can already hear that right now. I'm barely pushing on this, and it's making a creaking sound. And the same thing, like when you open it, it creaks, and overall it just feels like it's made out of a cheap plastic. Now, the Galaxy Buds Plus themselves feel great. These feel premium, these feel really good. It's just the case that they put it in. You could tell that they cut a lot of corners to save some money by cheaping out on the case. And the same was true for the Galaxy Buds Live. The case just really didn't feel very premium at all. It's kind of loose, it makes a creaking sound when you move it around your fingers, same when you're opening and closing it. It's really just not the greatest case. But with the Galaxy Buds Pro, that's all been fixed and the case feels much more premium. Again, that's not one of the top 10 features, but I thought it was worth pointing out. Now let's talk about the first cool new feature with the Galaxy Buds Pro, and that is the fact that Samsung now has 2 speakers per earbud. So you have a woofer, which is for all of your low frequencies, and you have a tweeter, which is for all of your high frequencies. And when I listened to a few different songs on the Galaxy Buds Plus, the Galaxy Buds Live, and these Galaxy Buds Pros, I felt like the Galaxy Buds Pros were consistently more clear compared to the other two. Now, it wasn't a dramatic difference. If you have the Galaxy Buds Plus or the Galaxy Buds Live, and you're looking to get the Galaxy Buds Pro, and you're expecting this massive increase in sound quality, you're not going to get that. It is a little bit of an increase, but it's nothing mind-blowing. So if the only reason you'd want to upgrade to the Galaxy Buds Pro has to do with the sound quality, that's probably not the reason to upgrade. However, there's plenty of other reasons to upgrade that we're going to cover in this video. If you're coming from the Galaxy Buds Plus, one notable new feature on the Galaxy Buds Pro is the addition of an air vent, which helps alleviate that plugged ear feeling that you typically get when you use the Galaxy Buds Plus. Now, the Galaxy Buds Live also have this air vent, so if you have those, you'll already know how much of a difference this really makes. Another new feature is a multi-part windshield. It's comprised of a mesh outer covering, as well as an inner chamber to help dampen any wind noise. Now, I haven't had a chance to extensively test these out in the wind and compare them to the other buds, but when I get a chance to test it, I'll let you guys know if it makes a big difference or not. Speaking of dampening noise, Samsung finally got active noise canceling right. On the Galaxy Buds Live, active noise canceling was useless. It didn't do anything. You would turn on active noise canceling and you'd hear almost no difference at all. It is so bad on the Galaxy Buds Live that I thought they were broken. I thought that the feature just didn't work until I looked up a bunch of reviews and I kind of looked it up online, and apparently that's just how they were. That's just active noise canceling on the Galaxy Buds Live just wasn't good. Even after a bunch of updates, it was pretty useless. But I'm happy to say that Samsung has finally fixed that with the Galaxy Buds Pro. The active noise canceling on these buds is fantastic. It really cuts down a ton of ambient noise for things like airplanes, fans, or any other kind of white noise. On the opposite side of active noise canceling is ambient sound mode. Now, ambient sound mode's been around on Galaxy Buds for a while now, but the new feature is that you can now have it turn on automatically when you start talking. So all you have to do is put your buds in and listen to your favorite music, and when someone comes over to have a conversation with you, all you have to do is just start talking, and it'll turn down the volume of your music and turn on ambient sound mode so you can hear the other person. And ambient sound mode is going to stay on until you stop talking for at least 5, 10, or 15 seconds, depending on how you set it up. And if you don't want to wait the 5, 10, or 15 seconds, all you have to do is tap one of the earbuds and you're right back into your music. The Galaxy Buds Live introduced hands-free Bixby, where you wouldn't have to hold one of the earbuds to activate Bixby. Instead, all you'd have to do is say "Hi Bixby," and it would just activate. However, after you said the "Hi Bixby" command, you'd have to wait for it to acknowledge before you could actually make your request. On the Galaxy Buds Pro, Samsung's given you the option to remove that wait period. So now you can talk more fluidly to Bixby and say something like, "Hi Bixby, turn on the basement lights." and it'll just do it. Whereas previously, you'd have to wait a second or two for Bixby to acknowledge that you wanted to say something, and then say your command. It may be a minor improvement, but it's definitely welcomed. The next new feature is excellent for people who are partially deaf in one ear, and this feature allows you to change the left and right balance of the audio. So let's say, for example, I was partially deaf in my left ear. What I could do is I could push more of the sound to the left earbud, so that when I put these two earbuds in, it would sound like the same volume on both sides. So this will definitely make the listening experience more enjoyable for people who are a bit hearing impaired. The water resistance rating for the Buds Pro has also been increased to IPX7, which means you can hold these under 3 feet of water for 30 minutes without any damage to the earbuds. That said, Samsung does advise that you don't take these swimming at the beach or at a pool, but if these did take a dunk in the water, or you're an ultra sweaty person, which is basically like having the buds swimming in your ears, you'll be just fine. And I suppose you could technically take a shower with these in, but something about shampoo running over my wireless earbuds doesn't really sound like the best idea to me, but technically you should be able to get away with it. And just to be clear, it's just the buds themselves that are IPX7 rated. The case is not water resistant at all, so don't put this anywhere near water. This next new feature is something I'm really excited about, and it's called Auto Switch. And what it does is it automatically switches from one device to another depending on what you're doing. So for example, if you're watching a movie on your phone and then you want to switch over to your tablet, as soon as you start playing that movie on the tablet, the buds will automatically just connect over to the tablet. And let's say while you're watching that movie, you get a phone call, then the Buds Pro will just switch back over to the phone to take the phone call. And when you hang up that call, it'll switch right back over to the tablet. Now there is one catch with this. It only works with Samsung devices, and those devices have to have One UI 3.1 or higher. And I want to be clear that this is not the same as being able to connect to multiple devices at the same time. So for example, if you want to connect to both an iPad and your phone at the same time, that is not something you can do with these buds because the iPad is not a Samsung device. Real quick, if you guys are getting value out of this video, let me know by dropping a like down below, and consider subscribing and turning on notifications if you want to see more videos just like this. The next really cool new feature is the addition of 360 audio. And what this does is it creates a virtual environment in which your audio plays. What this means is that some of the sounds will sound like they're in front of you, some of the sounds will sound like they're coming from the sides, some behind you, some in the corners, and so on. But when you turn your head, the sound is going to stay in its same relative position. So let's say there was a drum sound and it sounded like it was coming from right in front of you. When you turned your head, that drum sound would sound like it was coming from the right. This 360-degree audio is something that's commonly used in virtual reality headsets, and if it works even close to as good as it does on my Oculus Quest 2, then it's definitely going to be a cool experience. Now, unfortunately, there is a caveat with this as well. You do need a Samsung device, and that Samsung device does need to have One UI 3.1 or higher. And at the time of making this video, none of my Samsung devices have One UI 3.1, so I can't really test this out to tell you guys how well it works, but when I do get One UI 3.1 on one of my devices, I'll give it a shot and let you guys know how it goes. The next cool new feature is called multi-mic recording, and it's specifically for when you're recording video with your phone. It allows you to record ambient sounds with your phone and record your voice with the Galaxy Buds Pro. So this is particularly useful for people like vloggers who want to set their phone up on a tripod and get kind of far away from it, but still want good audio quality for their voice. They could just put the Buds Pro in their ear, turn on this multi-mic feature, and get great ambient sound as well as great sound for their voice. So that's it for the top 10 coolest new features on the Galaxy Buds Pro. As I mentioned earlier, if you guys want to see Samsung's best kept secret on all their latest flagship devices, you can check that out by clicking this link right here. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can see the rest of my Galaxy Buds Pro coverage, as well as my Galaxy S21 Ultra coverage coming up real soon. That's it for this tech episode. God bless, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.